They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Tonight's game, the first of 256 to be played in the 2020 season, we hope. And then, of course, we'll have 13 more in the playoffs this year. Remember, that's 2 more that has been played in the past, as one more wild card team from both the AFC and the NFC will get a shot to play for a berth in Super Bowl 55 out in Tampa. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
Complete.
A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Complete.
Brandon Cooks. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Open man, the tight end fails. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ross Blacklock in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, Carter. So we have reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Frank Carter on the return. The Texans take
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And these highlights here showcasing the solid game he's had.
Well, someone woke up and felt good about themselves there, didn't they? I have to feel that he came into this one with the idea that
the Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A first down carry here for Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Chris Jones on
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes over the middle, And it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
Third down and 7.
Mahomes going to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No game.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mahomes now to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Watson on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 36 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ka'imi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Mahomes, quickly to Kelce.
Mahomes pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
The 44-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Mahomes will try again on second down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Deshaun Watson sacked.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled? We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
A loss of a yard.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Johnson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete. Travis Kelce. And all the way down to the 29. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They go to Johnson again. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Third down.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Hate to see this. Week 1. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Here's Hardman on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
The 44-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. The big fella, 20. Woo! And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
The kickoff for Houston.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Hardman on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now
into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Texans, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each.
Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah. Drill. Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drill. Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha macho with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee, and shorty got a man, but she said.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down, Ravens.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Look at the big man rumble. Past the 20.
Yeah,
10.
baby, we're coming again.
And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Texans.
Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
Midnight snack.
everything that you could possibly do. He did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Jackson now off the bootleg. His throw incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and less than a yard.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Ingram. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
At the 44-yard
A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 17 carries, 52 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and
Jackson from the shotgun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Jackson's pass.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The ball switches back over to Mark Ingram and the Ravens. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Jackson going to give to Ingram on the option. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Zach Cunningham on the tackle.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. Honed in on it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
When we talk about the best dual quarterbacks in the NFL, don't leave Deshaun Watson out of the conversation. 2 straight years he's been a Pro Bowler. Excellent numbers again last season with 26 touchdown passes, 7 more added on the ground, and firm leadership and control of his Houston Texans team. Now he's looking forward to taking the next step and beating Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs and getting the Houston Texans to a Super Bowl.
spinning away. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Ka'imi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Then 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On the option, it goes to Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
McKinney on the tackle. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Baltimore.
An option run with Ingram. And he loses the football a second time. And the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in a running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 33 and a first. He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone, but they are definitely back on their heels after that run.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z. Move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Caught by Snead over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Roughing the passer, defense.
No! Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
28, Ravens 3.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25.
And now let's look at David Johnson. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something.
21-yard line.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their time. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
No good. That keeps the score. Texans 35. Ravens 3.
This is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
A final shot before the break. Watson, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
And his kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Gardner Minshew, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. 24-21, the final score. In the game you're watching, it's Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score a garbage time.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 36, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Is good.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
3. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
A gain of 18 on the play.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson going to look to do it himself. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down. Ingram going to get it on the option. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
Ball carrier.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25.
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Randall Cobb there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
And they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he gets us one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Here comes Carter. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Fairbairn in the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8.
Today's final score, Texans.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.